If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Hi everybody and welcome to Pathfinder. We are doing Pathfinder character creation today. We're going to get everyone to introduce themselves and state their pronouns. First they're going to play through Menace Under Otari, and then we're going to move on to Abomination Vaults because it's all set in the same town. Imagine that. So I'm James Corp. I'm going to be the GM, and my pronoun is he, him, and I've been GMing for about 27 years at least, I think. So probably longer than some of you have been alive. No, okay. So Izzy.
Hi, I'm Izzy. I use she, her pronouns. I am findable on the social under Little Miss Is, almost anywhere you can think of. I've been playing D&D for a while, or like role-playing games for a while, but James was the first, and I'm very happy to be back.
Thank you. Mr. Maverick.
Hello, everybody. I'm Maverick. I've been doing tabletop RPGs, goodness, for 20 plus years now. I played a whole bunch of Pathfinder, D&D, you name it, I've probably played it. And I'm really excited to be at this table and enjoy a new group. And my pronouns are he, him.
Thank you. Stevie.
Hello, I'm Stevie. I've been playing various TTRPGs for lots of years, as well as running a few. I've done a lot of RP-based stuff, and I'm really looking forward to this game. My pronouns are she, they.
Thank you. Sue.
I'm Sue. My pronouns are she, her. I've been playing RPGs for about 20 years and GMing for maybe 15. I've done a few streams with James before, so I'm glad to be back.
New to the stream, T.
Hello, I am T. I am new to most things, and I've been role-playing for many years. I am as old as you are apparently with your RPGs and such on, James, not to make you feel worse or anything. And yeah, I'm excited to do some Pathfinder 2nd edition. I have just been dabbling more into D&D, so I'll try not make any mistakes mixing them up too badly. And I'm here for shenanigans, and my pronouns are she, her.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to do the elevator pitch right now. So it's going to be a lot of me talking rather than everyone else talking. In Menace Under Otari, brave adventurers arrive in the bustling town of Otari, seeking fame and fortune, but beneath the surface lies a dark secret. Strange occurrences and disappearances plague the town, hinting at sinister forces working below. As the heroes delve into the depths beneath Otari, they uncover a web of intrigue, facing off against cunning adversaries and uncovering ancient mysteries that threaten to consume the town. Can they unravel the truth and save Otari from its menace? Then, following their triumph in Otari, our intrepid heroes journey onwards to the Abomination Vaults. Buried deep beneath the rugged landscape lies a sprawling dungeon filled with untold treasures and unspeakable horrors. Rumours hold the key to ancient powers, and Abomination Vaults lure adventurers from far and wide, but dangers lurks around every corner as sinister forces file for control of the vault's secrets. Can our heroes navigate the treacherous depths, overcome the monstrous guardians, and emerge victorious, or will they become just a footnote in the vault's grim history? Okay, so these are 6 important bits about the campaign itself. So, Otari's shadow secrets. Otari may seem like a quaint town on the surface, but beneath its peaceful facade lies a web of mysteries and dark forces. Strange happenings and disappearances hint at a deeper menace lurking in the shadows. The depths hold ancient secrets. Beneath the town of Otari lies a labyrinth network of tunnels and chambers known as the Abomination Vaults. These ancient catacombs are said to hold untold treasures and powerful artifacts, but they're also filled with peril and ancient guardians. Forces of darkness stir. Sinister factions file for control of Abomination Vaults, each seeking to harness the ancient power hidden within. As the heroes delve deeper, they'll face off against cunning adversaries, twisted monsters, and dark cults bent on unleashing chaos upon the world above. Choices have consequences. The decisions the players will make will shape the fate of Otari and the world beyond. Their actions will have far-reaching consequences, influencing the course of events and determine the ultimate outcome of their adventure. Unearth the truth. To uncover the secrets of the Abomination Vaults and save Otari from its impending doom, the heroes must be vigilant, piece together clues, solving puzzles, and outsmarting their adversaries. The truth lies buried beneath layers of deception and ancient lore, waiting to be unearthed by those brave enough to seek it. Courage and camaraderie. In the face of overwhelming odds and unimaginable horrors, the heroes must rely on their courage, resourcefulness, and camaraderie to survive. Together, they'll forge bonds of friendship and loyalty that will see them through the darkest of times, united in their quest to confront the shadows that threaten to engulf the world. Right. Does anyone have any questions?
Am I allowed to be an unimaginable horror?
You already are.
Thank
you. Sophie,
I want to be one too.
Okay. I don't know you well enough to say yes or no already. Okay. So just as a possible, just so you know, right from the get-go, Abomination Vaults is a mega dungeon. So, in the grand scheme of things, there will be considerably more combat than you're probably used to. Well, I don't know if you're used to it, but there will be a lot more combat than there normally is in probably a roleplay game that you're used to. Yes?
As long as you give us breaks to roleplay, I'm happy with that.
There will be plenty of time to break. There will be plenty of times to roleplay. It will be the main idea that I would have is that it will be the players' interaction that will be a lot of the roleplay. It would be really good as well to have like bits of roleplay during actual combat sessions as well. So there's like character interaction and stuff, and if you remember what's it called, Lord of the Rings, and like Gimli and Legolas are like counting how many people they've killed, maybe stuff like that, like friendly competitions and shit. But yeah, it's down to you, completely down to you. So let's move on to the safety tools. So do any of you have any? Do you understand what the safety tools are and why they're there? Right, cool. Okay, so these are warnings. Okay, these are like this is stuff that could and will possibly happen in this game. So there will be blood, horror, claustrophobia. You're in a bloody dungeon. Mental domination, paralysis, spiders, starvation, suicide, ableism, body horror, and human experimentation. Is everyone okay with that? So these are triggers. A lot of this will likely happen in these stories. Cool. Okay, so lines. So now we're going to do lines and vowels. Lines is stuff that won't happen. We have drawn a line through them. They will not happen in this game. And then vowels are, if it starts happening, we pull a vowel over it and we move on to the next scene. So lines that we have currently, and you can add to them. No non-consensual sexual contact. violence towards children, PC-initiated torture, non-consensual inter-party violence, racism, sexism, anti-LGBTQ+, PC-driven slavery, or as it's called, good guy slavery. And the vows that I have: consensual sexual contact. So if you start having hanky panky with each other or whatever, we're just going to move on and and do stuff. NPC torture, cannibalism, harm to animals, and slavery. And the safety tool that we're using. So if at any point you feel uncomfortable, and you're starting to panic, whatever happened, you're starting to. The safety tool. What we say, you say, let's pause for a minute. What we do is we'll cut straight to break, and then off air we'll discuss exactly what triggered it, what's caused it, so that in future we know not to do that. Not to have that reoccur by mistake. The problem with X card is when someone plays an X card, you might not be entirely sure what triggered it. Where if you do, let's pause for a minute, we might be able to find workarounds and stuff like that on how to get around those issues. So that's most of me talking. Oh no, it's not. I've still got loads to talk about. Great. Okay. So we are going to start moving towards character creation. Does anyone? By the way, does anyone have any lines or vowels that they wish to add to the game? By the way, I forgot to do that.
Yeah, can we add in vomit sound effects? I don't want to hear any of those.
Lines or vowels?
That's a veil, so just don't make the sound.
Okay, where do I put that? Oh, I'll put that there. Vomit sound effects. Okay. Anyone else got any vowels or lines that they wish to add? Everyone's cool with it?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, so next step. So this is going over building your characters. As you prepare to embark on this perilous journey, I want to emphasise the importance of building a balanced party. Each of you brings unique skills and abilities to the table, and it's essential that we have a well-rounded group capable of overcoming the challenges that lie ahead. In particular, I want to stress the importance of having someone who can deal with the undead. The threats we all face in this campaign include ancient evils, dark cults, and the restless dead, and having a character capable of turning the tide against these malevolent forces will be vital to the success of the game. Therefore, I encourage you to consider the role and abilities needed to create a balanced party, whether you choose to be a mighty warrior, a cunning rogue, a wise cleric, or a powerful spellcaster. Think about how your character's skills and strengths can complement those of your fellow adventurers. Together, we'll embark on a journey filled with danger and excitement, and by working together as a cohesive team, we'll have the best chance of emerging victorious. May the gods watch over us. Yeah.
Woo! The gods,
So-
yeah.
So because I have shared most of this, I am having house rules. So I have got some character rules in place that I did share right from the get. Well, as soon as people started talking about making or thinking about their characters. So I'm just going to break it down very, very briefly. So we've got ancestry and heritage, or heritages. Common, anyone can take a common, ancestry, or heritage. There's no issue. You don't even need to tell me. You can just choose it. Uncommon, they are available, but you do need to ask me permission and to have some form of a legitimate idea or reason and idea as to why you want to pick it. I'm probably quite easy to bribe. Just saying. However, rare ancestry and heritage aren't on the table at all. You can't pick them; they're not there. You'll see when you make your characters. When you use Path Builder to make your actual characters, you'll see that it says uncommon, or common, uncommon, and then rare on the different things. Okay. Backgrounds. Yeah, again, same again. Common are completely available. Uncommon, you need to sort of talk about it, and then rare on the table. Classes, yeah, again, exactly the same. Common, yes, do whatever you like. If you're new to Pathfinder, my main suggestion is what I said to T as well, is probably look at the ones from the Pathfinder 2nd edition book, the revised book mainly, because they're completely updated and balanced right now. I will grab my book in a minute because I've got a physical book, because I like physical books. But there are two people here who are way more experienced with Pathfinder than I am, and they might be able to, if you do not want, if you want to play something from another book, you're quite welcome to. In July, or at some point in July, there is going to be the Player Core 2 that comes out that will update a lot of the classes. If you pick any of the classes outside the player's book, the player's core book, and what we'll do is once they come out, we'll necessarily won't remake your character. We'll just update it with the new information. So you might have to just pivot on the way you're playing it, because some things may change a bit. Feats and class feats, yet again, all exactly the same. Common is yes, uncommon, ask permission, and rare aren't on the table. Does anyone have any questions before I go any further?
Just one.
Okay.
I tried looking into the remastered backgrounds and stuff like that. It was classes. It was pretty confusing because it wasn't really saying what the class was, just what had changed. So it's quite a lot of confusion.
Okay. All right. We can go over that in a minute.
Okay, great.
Let me just pull up my other stuff then. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Nope. Oh my god, I've got so many books. Let me go. Did I? Are you talking about backgrounds or classes?
So I meant classes.
Okay, players.
But I can wait for character creation.
Okay. Oh.
If I can interject, what source did you look in when you were getting confused?
Good question. Isaac?
Can you cut and paste a link into the chat, and I'll look at it while James continues? I might be able to offer some clarity.
Okay.
Okay, cool. What am I doing? What am I looking at? Oh yeah, okay. So, this is the next thing that I'm going to go over in these backgrounds. Okay. Because it's a pre-published adventure, I'll go over what I've written. As we prepare to embark on our journey, I want to highlight the importance of creating characters with a rich background. While these backgrounds will most likely not have any direct effect on the game itself, because it is a pre-written adventure, it's going to be, and it's a dungeon, for crying out loud. There isn't going to be much depth for, especially for characters not from Otari. There's not going to be much depth or chance for me to go, oh, we're going to go on a side quest to far away land where you're from, and deal with your quest there. So what your background needs to do is basically serve you as a player for role playing and developing your character and providing depth and motivation for your hero to be a hero. But I do encourage you to consider backgrounds that tie into the setting of the campaign. For instance, your character could hail from the nearby port of Absalom, which is the major city that I'm talking about. This is basically Otari is on this small island, basically in the middle of the inner sea, and I think it's called Absalom as well. I think the island is called a bustling hub that connects the region to the wider world. So you can literally be from anywhere in the world and have come to Absalom and then journeyed out to Otari. You know, there's because it's literally like probably a day's travel, if that, from Absalom. But yeah, so basically this opens up a possibility for characters from diverse cultures and backgrounds. Alternatively, your character could be a native to Otari, born and raised in the humble town. This offers a chance to explore the intricacies of local life and cultures, as well as the unique challenges and opportunities that come with living in a small community. Or perhaps your character is born in Otari but left at a young age, only returned for reasons known only to them. This backstory provides a built-in connection to the town and its inhabitants, as well as a potential for unresolved conflicts or unfinished business from the past. This is where I need water now. So ultimately the choice is yours, but I do encourage you to get creative and think outside the box when crafting your character's background. Together we'll weave a tapestry of stories and adventure that will shape the fate of Otari and beyond. So, now I'm going to be turning to you guys. Let's have a discussion. Has anyone been thinking about roles or characters that they want? Or shall we? Or do you want to first go over... should we go over what roles what roles need to be covered, and has anyone thought of ideas to play those roles?
Yeah, I think that's smart.
So I've got 2 ideas, both spellcasters, one a healer, one a not healer.
I got about 2 IDs. One more towards like barbarian or fighter, and the other one more a cleric.
I have 4 ideas, mostly fighting, a bit of cleric, and a bit of magic.
My plan was simply to fill in whatever gap the party didn't fulfill. I've played enough Pathfinder that I'm fine with whatever option lands in my lap.
My first option is melee combat, but I have a few backups as well.
Okay. Okay, so ideally, so I was trying to emphasise the fact that, so you need a fighter. You need someone to be a fighter, ideally. You'll need someone to be some form of spellcaster. You'll need someone to be a sneaky, I can deal with traps because, we don't want the party to die to a bunch of traps because we can't see them or disable them. Possibly a cleric, some sort of cleric, to deal with those pesky undead creatures and provide, healing, and then whatever else needs to be filled in.
I am up for playing a rogue.
Another rogue?
Yes, T. You don't have to put your hand up, T. You can just say.
I didn't want to interrupt anyone. So the classes I was specifically looking at were fighter, ranger, druid, and also cleric. Cleric was more of a, oh no, we might need healers. So I do have a stronger character concept, but I'm happy to go with those ideas. I have a few of the adversaries in mind as well, associating with them. So it kind of like depended what ancestry and class, depending on what I'm needed in the party.
It looks
So-
like I can probably go with my first pick, which is an orc barbarian.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
So my first pick is human witch. My second pick is some kind of, I hadn't decided, elven ancestry cleric.
See,
How
I was
old are these?
Oh.
How old will they be, Stevie?
7,000, no, like no, 60 or something.
Are
As
you
for the
gonna
elf, no.
Are you going to play another old woman? Is that what you're going to play, Stevie?
My human's going to be middle-aged, thank you.
If you're going to play, okay. Yeah, all right. Izzy, or I'll jump. I'll go to Izzy, then I'll go to Maverick because Maverick's filling in the. So you was going to play a Fifi? Was that what you said? Or rogue?
I can shape my character into being a thievy.
Okay. All right. And Maverick.
It sounds like what we'll need most is an arcane caster because we don't have anyone who's announced one. So I guess I'll go with wizard.
But Stevie looked offended. Why did Stevie look offended?
Witches aren't arcane; they're
No, I
occult.
know they're not quite arcane, they're occult, but like they're still casters.
I didn't say casters generically. I said arcane.
Fair.
Okay, so
Technicality.
T has now elected herself to be the cleric.
If we needed one, yeah.
No one's picked a cleric.
I did say cleric at one point.
Oh, did
You
you?
did as backup,
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Fuck.
I said witch or cleric.
Okay. Do you want to be a witch or cleric?
I'll be the cleric.
Okay. Right. T, what would you like to be?
Well, my ideas were either the orc ranger, a catfolk or tabaxi, I guess it's called catfolk, right? A catfolk fighter, or well, the cleric I was thinking being a tiefling. Or I was thinking with druid could be also catfolk, or I wanted to potentially be a half race, so either half orc or half elf or something like that.
Okay.
I didn't solidify the ideas because I knew we needed flexibility of characters.
Okay.
So
Hang on. Sorry. Okay. So I'm going to throw this in Discord. In the Discord chat. Okay. So if everyone like to join Pathfinder, Path Builder, and then in the option, obviously make a new character. Then you go to. Sorry, I'm just going to open it up again because I need to just see what I'm doing. Oh damn! It just opened it up. Okay. There should be an option in the option menu of joining a GM thing. This is my GM ID. And that's my password.
It should be in.
I only see 2 of you have joined.
I've just joined right now.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring out how to join.
So you
Me
know.
too.
So once you've opened
Okay.
up the.
What should I do,
Join-
sorry?
Sorry.
Is it the same thing? Do ID and password?
If you check the Court Pathfinder channel, the latest post I put is the number, and then there's a space, and then that's the password.
Oh, okay. Big one.
It's
I
random.
copied it all.
It's random numbers and letters. So
Whoops, that wouldn't work then.
Where's the oh?
the 3 bars at the top.
They connect?
Yep. And then we just got
It's
Stevie.
like how I can't tell at all.
1, 2, 3. I don't know what this does. I don't know what this does. I think it allows me to open up characters and have a look. So just to answer a question in chat. Yeah, orcs in Pathfinder are a playable race. So are goblins.
Goblins are quite a central theme in Pathfinder. They hate dogs and horses. They've got a storied
Yeah.
background.
It was really sad when I heard about that bit. Like I started a little bit of the first campaign and it was really upsetting.
Have you?
Well, in their defense, dogs and horses also hate them. It's a mutual hatred.
Exactly.
It's worse than cats and dogs, honestly.
Stevie, are you having issues?
Yep, bear with me.
So I'm bearing with you. It's like that really crap dad joke.
Hi, Bessie, I'm Dad.
Oh, I wanted to ask before we
Oh, I
officially
joined.
I wanted to ask before we officially delved into character creation. I'm guessing the answer is no because it wasn't brought up during earlier in the session 0. We're not doing any variants like free archetype or anything like that, correct?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, then the answer should be no. Those would have to be decisions made prior to character. Well, wouldn't be much easier prior to character creation. They just give more character flexibility. But if you're not familiar with them, then we don't need to go with them. They are popular variant rules that are in the main book.
I'm so new. Like this is literally going to be like the second time I've run proper Pathfinder. Right, I've run Savage Worlds Pathfinder before. I've run it a few times. The first time I attempted to run Rise of the Rune Lords, and I found it way too combat heavy when I thought it was less combat-y. So the reason why I chose Abomination Vaults, right? As long as I'm going in with the understanding that there will be lots of combat, I'm fine with it. But when I thought something else, I should probably read all the books, like everything, before I start running stuff. But I'm not. I'm one of the GMs that likes to briefly read over what's going on and then go, right, let's play a game. But yeah, I don't know enough. I really don't know enough to go yes or no about that. So yeah, you're probably right that I should say no. Okay, let's see if Stevie's managed to join in, or is she still having... Yes, that is correct. Hey, there we go. Excellent. Okay. How do I need to open up one myself so that I can actually have a look at what we're supposed to do? I do have a sneaky...
You're breaking up a whole bunch.
Am I? Right, give me a moment then. Let me close a few things down. Are we still live?
You're breaking up 100%, James. I'm not sure. I can't even hear you anymore.
No,
Oh, I'm not
was
talking.
afraid it was me at first, but you're not coming through.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna have to. Give me a second. Am I still breaking up?
No.
No, you're a bit better.
Okay. I might have to restart my router during the break, so we might take an early break soon because it's going on. So let's so rather than chatting in the Pathfinder group, let's physically talk about what people's ideas are.
Yeah.
And we're a group, so we should help each other. So let's start with who's asking the thing. So let's start with T, because you're the one chatting the most in chat.
But basically, I was looking at the different character races, ancestries, sorry. And I think I was trying to ask about the half-orc ancestries. I got a bit confused between them. And if I should go more druid or ranger with it.
Okay. And did you discuss while I was gone for 10 minutes, I think I was gone for? Did you come to any conclusion at all?
The conclusion was it's not the thing I was looking for is not bad because it's a different ancestry of its own. So no, I haven't quite decided.
Okay.
Can I be a lizard folk?
So it is an uncommon. So it does fall under the uncommon, uncommon ancestry. Why would you like to play a lizard folk?
Because I really like snakes and I really like lizards, and you would be giving me my dream.
Oh,
Say no. Say no.
it's a dream.
Also,
Can't
I've
say no
been
to a dream.
subscribed to you for 18 months, buddy. Come on, it's got to get me something. Chicken.
That's pretty valid.
You know, your hair looks like really nice today. You're
Fuck off! It's
barely
awful. I
balding
need to
at
get
all.
it cut. It's like it's uncontrollable at the moment. Like,
Do you get a discount at the barber?
Why? Because I've got 50% less hair than everyone else. No.
Yes.
No.
Hey,
Sure.
you can look at
Stevie.
me in the camera and tell that I also know that bald is beautiful.
Sure, Stevie. I will allow you, as you bribed me with however many months of subscription. Also, Danny in chat is vouching, saying, "Yeah, why not this fake?"
So I would really like to play Kitsune.
A what?
Kitsune. It's also one of the uncommon ones.
So my favourite thing was, make sure you play. You know, common races are definitely yes. Everything else is possible. Okay.
You say it's possible, so here I am discussing the possibilities.
Anyone else want to play a uncommon race before we go forward?
I made a point of looking through all the uncommon races because I too wanted to give you a headache, but unfortunately, elf is just best for me.
Okay.
How do you feel about undead? No, it's okay.
Don't worry,
I
you can
feel
become
about-
undead later, I promise.
No, undying. I was
You
going
want
to
to
go a
play
little bit
a
different.
skeleton? Okay. No.
The thing that's in the water that we're probably not going to be in.
Give me £100 and I'll say yes. Am I not live?
Give me £100 and we'll talk about it.
I wish I could lose
Goodbye.
£100.
I haven't got
Same.
£100 to give. I'm literally broke ass bitch until tomorrow.
Mood. If I give you £100, would you give me more brain cells? That's the
Look,
question.
I can tell a good story. I can't perform miracles.
Fine. Disappointing.
How does everyone else feel? Okay, if Izzy's gonna play an uncommon race, that is it for uncommon ancestries. Only two of you can play uncommon ancestry. The rest of you have to be dwarf, elf, gnome, goblin, halfling, or human.
I would like to be the Druma, the half orc.
Oh my god!
It's in common though, so
Is it?
mhm.
Yeah,
It's in heritage.
the human heritages.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, well, that's fine then. If that's common,
Cool.
that's completely fine. Okay, Izzy, yes, sure, you can play
Yes.
a kitsune. You have to pay me £100 over the next 6 months, so yeah, is that good?
How many? What is a pound in kilograms?
No, English pounds, not weight, pound
Not weight.
coins. So I'll translate that to
Yeah,
euros.
inflation roughly like $150.
GBP to euros is right. So it's £100 is 117 euros. Yeah, is that good? That sounds good, doesn't it? I'm joking.
Not
whatever
to me.
you like.
No, that sounds terrible.
Sounds good. Do you know how much money I've spent trying to get this all set up? Quite a few £100 already. Anyway, oh yeah, okay, right. So let me open up the player's handbook. Well, it's not called the player's handbook. Sorry, it's called the player core. And we're going to go through the steps of character creation. Boop, boop, boop. What is a role-playing game? Introduction. No. Character creation.
Is that your question?
What? Is what? Oh, what is a
What is a
role-playing
role-playing game?
Oh no! Every role-playing game has like, oh, what is a role-playing game at the start? If you've bought enough books, you'll know that. I'm not. No, that just sounds like I'm gatekeeping. I'm not gatekeeping. It's just every book I've ever brought, especially White Wolf. My favourite's the White Wolf. Imagine a cops and robber game you used to play as a child. All right, but there's rules. Okay, so you create a concept. So step one is create a concept. What sort of hero do you want to play? The answer to this question might be as simple as a brave warrior. So yeah, so basically you sort of need to think up a concept of what sort of character you're going to play. If you've already got that, that's good. Then you pick ancestry. So ancestries, has everyone decided on ancestries?
Yes.
To some extent.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. How did I do this? Oh, okay, I've got them open here. Okay, I've got them open up in tabs up here. Okay, so once you've done that, you then choose a background. There are loads of backgrounds. Some of the suggested backgrounds in the Abomination Player's Guide, which, you know, the homework I gave you. Oh, God.
So if you load the Abomination Vault module onto the server, the player's guide becomes available to us in Foundry. Just an FYI.
Does it?
Yes. I didn't want to interrupt earlier, but you brought it up again.
Go ahead. So what am I supposed to do?
Oh, you probably won't want to do it now. It might take a little while, but if you load the Abomination Vaults module into the server, like you were preparing to run it. Everything that's supposed to be available to the player, such as the player guide or whatever it's called, becomes available to us. That way you can make sure we have absolutely no excuse to have forgotten about it.
I don't see it. Is it this one? Let me check. Let me just compare. It doesn't have any of this. Oh, maybe it's this one. No, that's backgrounds. Hang on. No, that looks like it gives out too much information.
Our healers are going to be trained in medicine, I hope, correct? So I don't have to cover down on that.
Sorry, I'm miles away. Okay.
Oh, it's okay. I'm asking our party members.
Okay. Don't need that open as well then.
I have a question for background.
Right.
Okay, what's up?
So my question is more like, may I do this thing, please? I don't know what that would be listed as, maybe fade touched, in fact. But I was hoping, you know the whole cuckoo bird laying in another nest and pushing out the other eggs?
Yes.
And how the Fae were known to, or changelings were known to, switch children at birth.
Us. Sue, your specialty's in Fae.
Yep.
So you know how that is a thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I be the child, which is, well, growing up child that was swapped at birth? So they grew up around a lot of Fae or changeling, or something of that like nature, like just a real mixed bag of childhood. It's mostly for roleplay purposes. I didn't know what it would be mechanically.
Okay.
I'm not hearing a no.
There might be a background that suits it.
I haven't found it yet, besides maybe Fey touched.
Did you go for Ranger? Is that you? Unknown Adventurer Ranger?
It is currently, because I wasn't sure between Ranger and Druid.
Okay.
Because I know less about how to play a Ranger, and I looked more into the Storm Druid. But I wasn't sure which would be better for this campaign.
Okay. Feral child. Haunted. I'm just having a look at all the backgrounds. And you're playing the one that was taken, not the one that was left, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I thought it'd be really funny.
Baybound.
That's the only one I can find that might match it.
That is rare.
Hmm.
I'm literally breaking every rule that I literally just set in place, right?
I was asking, you can say no.
I've got a suggestion. If you look under the regional backgrounds, there's one which is Wildborn. And it says druids rather than fae, but it's similar kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wildborn, and that is common. Is it common? Is it common?
Yeah, that's what it says on Path Builder.
Yeah, I found it now. I think in the general it's just very easy to get lost in it. Sorry about that.
Okay. Yeah, go for Wildborn because that makes sense.
Would you prefer if I be a druid then or a ranger? Because I'm fine with either. I just want to do the
Yeah, druids and rangers do
damage.
have they do have a relationship with each other.
Mm.
I shouldn't be
It's
playing
okay.
music.
Whichever
I'm
one
not
you
playing
think
any
would be more fun.
music.
Weather magic or animals?
Alright, let me go to everyone else. So, okay. Right, let me go down the line then. Okay, so who's next? Sue, did you pick a background?
Yeah, I've picked Grave Robber.
Oh,
I considered that. Oh, we're back.
Grave Robber. Wow.
I didn't choose it though.
Yeah, my
Okay.
idea is I've given up my life of crime after a nasty incident in a grave.
You dug up a slightly too fresh,
dear.
or too lively of a body. Yes, is that what happened?
Yeah,
Right, cool.
so I've also picked the Grave Orc heritage.
Okay. Next, Stevie.
I picked the pilgrim background. My thought is that Ralia left her clan to learn more about her god and has been on a pilgrimage.
Okay, cool. God knows why you came to the back end of nowhere known as Otari.
She's not very smart.
Okay, Maverick.
My background is the magical merchant.
Okay. Cool. And you've picked a wizard. And Izzy?
A freed slave.
Okay. Right, cool. Okay. Right. Next step is not this. It is over here. Sets an ancestry. Choose a background. Choose a class. You've already chosen a class. Then you made the main. Okay. So you then get to choose. You need to set your abilities. If you've, some of you may have done it already.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you may have not. Let me know if you've done it. Oh,
I have.
T, you haven't.
Don't
So where on Path Builder where it says set abilities, just click on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then what you do, you've got 4 choices, and you can choose any of those attributes to add to. And you just click the boxes next to it. So you've got strength. So similar to another famous fantasy game, it's pretty much the same statistics involved. I guess they can't copyright the statistics.
Probably not.
No, you cannot.
So instead of so does my ancestry boost already include it then? So I don't need to change anything there.
Yeah, no, but you can. You can change those ancestry. So the ancestry boost, the background boost, and the class boost, they are set. I think they're set as what it's what it gives you, but you can change them to something you want instead.
there's a drop down button. You can change them.
Yeah,
Because
if
I'm
you
an orc,
yeah.
my strength is a fixed boost, but I can pick the other one.
I just don't know what I need to change to is the thing.
Well, have you decided on ranger or druid yet?
Yeah, ranger or druid.
I need a coin. Hold on.
Okay, in chat, on the Foundry, right, in the chat box, at the bottom, click on it and click /R space and put D2 and then hit enter.
Wait, which one?
So
Which was
on the main screen, right, where the VTT, where you know where the map is and everything, on the right hand side, down at the bottom, there is a big box. If you type / which is on the question mark thing, / R, and then you can either put D2 or 1D2, and then you hit enter, and it will flip a fucking coin for you.
fantastic.
So ignore that. Obviously,
I
you need
forgot
to
sign
decide.
it.
You got to sign it. So let me delete that.
Okay.
So odds, cleric, evens, ranger.
Odds druid, you mean?
Sorry?
Use the cleric.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Odds, druid, evens, ranger. Right, you're a druid.
I'm a druid.
You probably want to max out your wisdom score then.
Okay. That's interesting. Class boosters wisdom doesn't let me change it. Illegal boost.
Illegal boost.
Illegal boost.
That's illegal.
So what do you recommend I need for free boosts? If I'm a
You got
druid?
4. You got 4.
You want to have a wisdom boost in each of the boxes. You can't have 2 in the same box.
I know, I've already tried that. I don't know what you need me to have, so I guess
So in ancestry boosts, there'll be a wisdom already, possibly. If not,
It's
change
strength.
the first box to wisdom.
okay.
Background boosts, there might be a wisdom. If not, change one of the boxes to wisdom. Your class boost will give you a wisdom boost, and then the free boost you can select up to 4 and just make sure one of them is ticked as wisdom.
Fantastic. So that's wisdom, dexterity, wisdom, strength, wisdom, a lot of wisdom there. Strength +2, wisdom +4, dex +2, charisma +1. Sound good?
Is that? Hang on. Did that work? Hang on. You're supposed to. Are you supposed to tick all 4 boxes? Yes. You're supposed to tick what? You're supposed to tick the boxes, right?
I did.
Where's Stevie? Stevie's over here. Yeah, Stevie's done it. Yeah. Yeah. So then, yeah. So once you've done that, all right. Okay, you've done it. Okay, I don't need to do anything. Has the rogue done it? Yep. Excellent. Izzy's done it. And Maverick and Sue, I assume they know exactly what they're doing already. All right. Next. Okay, that will be filled in for you. How do we do skills?
Skills is just exactly the same. You get skill selections and you get to choose and just pick next to them on the T button, which means trained, which means you're trained in that skill, which means you get a proficiency bonus of 3.
Yep.
And then you get to choose a deity skill, or I did, or whatever bonus skill. And then you get an extra.
I think as a
that you get to
druid, you
choose.
get a as a druid, you get something, don't you? You get do you get a little animal companion?
I've been given nothing so far.
I believe they get their animal companion at second level. It might be third, but I think it's second.
It's all right. I'll be your animal companion.
Sounds very good to me.
Stevie's a great companion.
Should I bring back the Miss Clara accent?
I miss Miss Clara. In my headcanon, I polished Miss Clara every night.
Ah, Ray, I have missed you too.
Now it's the orders. I've read up
Yes.
about that one.
Yes, because we discussed this, weren't we? Because you were talking about, I could be the storm, and I was like, oh, maybe you
Yeah.
need to see a sky to be storm, and then I looked into it. No, you don't. But maybe your character just doesn't like being in an enclosed space, and really doesn't enjoy being in a dungeon. So he's constantly moaning about being in a dungeon.
Which I have no problem with, but I did express big concern. If I'm a storm druid, can I do anything in a dungeon? And the answer is yes. And I was like, ooh, yes. Lightning.
Freckles.
Okay. Right, so everyone done skills. So skill, so you get to choose 4 trained skills. Hang on, who am I looking at? I'm really confused. Yeah. So Issa, you've got 4 more skills to select from. Oh, you got it 3 times. You had skill training 3 times. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. Nothing didn't work.
Sorry?
I don't know why, but that's how it is.
I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
I don't know why I have it 3 times.
Probably because you're a thief.
Yeah.
Oh, rogue. Sorry, rogue. I'm using the wrong terminology.
As a rule of thumb, rogues have more skills than any character type in the party.
Good to know.
It's actually a defining characteristic of them. Paizo won't even create a character type that has as many skills available to them as the rogue because it's a cornerstone of the rogue.
So no super rogues then, yeah.
Correct.
Right, cool. When does heritage? Okay, heritage. Okay. Yes, you still got 4 more skills to select, Izzy, from this.
I think I have them all that.
It's not ticked for me. It's still saying 4. Everyone else is ticked. Oh, so barbarian starts with nothing. I believe the barbarian. Yeah, so the barbarian, we will obviously when the update comes out for it, we will update to it. Right, is what we'll do.
Yeah.
In a couple of we've got at least 2, maybe 3 months. We might even be finished by then. From what I've seen of people running this online, it's about 18 episodes. So, you know, about 20 weeks. Oh, I guess that will be long enough, won't it? 4, 8, 12. Yeah, it will be about midway. By the way, you only go up to, I think you only go up to level 10 or just over, like, you get hit level 11 by the end of this campaign. So it's not massively long, but it is still long. It's still going to be a period of time to do this in. Right. Let me have a look. Let me make sure that everyone's done their character. Yeah, why? Can you not, Izzy? Can you not see the fourth, the third box that says skill training with a 4 on it? The cogwheel.
It has a check mark in it for me.
Okay, maybe it's just me then. Hang on, let me hit F5. Oh shit! I need to put my password in. really complicated password that I made. And what I'll do as well is what we'll do is once we finish the game, once we finish the stream, I will go through how to. That's a good point. Did anyone watch the videos in the homework that I sent you? By the way, did
Yes.
Yep.
okay, cool.
I started it.
Most of you know how to use Foundry. It's obviously, yeah. What I'll do is I'll go through it with T at the end once we've finished.
Sorry.
That's all right. Homework. But you didn't have a computer for a while, so that's. I mean, that's.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
That would be my excuse. I'd just be like, well, I didn't have a computer for ages. There we go.
Oh yeah, my computer was absolutely mucked up.
Exactly.
It was the computer's fault.
Exactly. See,
Mm-hmm,
I help you with your own excuse. I'm a way better teacher than a teacher. Right. Okay, it's still saying, but I'm just ignoring it.
It is. Yeah, let me reload. Maybe it's.
How many skills should you have? So that's 4. Okay. What did you get there? Okay, deception. Whatever, I'm leaving it. Right, heritage. Heritages is... Heritages is... Whatever. Right, is there any... has everyone picked a heritage to play?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay, right, well, tell me about them.
I went for Grave Orc to fit in with the Grave Robber background. So, you were exposed to powerful necromantic energies that should have killed you, but you survived. I think that's what happened in the grave robbing incident.
Didn't go too well.
It says your
so
skin
my
is...
orc to be grey instead of green.
Blasphemy!
It says your skin is cold, clammy and grey. You gain resistance to void damage equal to half your level, minimum 1. You also gain a +1 circumstance bonus to saving throws against necromantic effects. That might be very useful. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Figured we might meet a necromancer or two in the Abomination Vault.
Or 3. Maybe 5.
Okay.
Okay. Hang on, let me pull up my chat so I can actually see everyone. Okay, so Sue's picked T.
Druma. Or Droma. Don't know how you say it.
No, that's the wrong one. That's.
Right, sorry, it's Whip Marina now. I changed the name thing because I was trying to think of a character name.
Okay, orchestra. So you're a drama. Okay, cool. Okay, so that means you're sort of orc with another heritage, right? I believe that's right.
Yeah, a human with an orc heritage, basically. With a different background.
Okay, that's cool. You went for unconventional. Oh, we'll get to that in a second. Stevie, what did you go for? You did. Okay, yep.
I went for wetlander with lizard folk.
Oh.
So swim speed, breath holding.
Your family's descendant from the most common lizard folk heritage. New common. And you're accustomed to aquatic environments. You gain a 15-foot swim speed. That's good. I don't know how useful that's going to be in a dungeon, but maybe you encounter something.
I don't think it's going to be useful. I did it for RP purposes.
All right. Okay. Cool. Maverick.
My ancestry heritage is cavern elf. I am a dark elf that has spent many years underground in tunnels or caverns where light is scarce. I gain dark vision.
Okay, cool. That's kind of handy.
Never-
Being in a dungeon.
Never heard of it. Not familiar too. I do not have any familiarity with that race. in any other type of game.
Right. Someone plays drow slot then. Okay, cool. And Izzy, you went for
A Darkfields Katsune with Kitsune lore.
you can exert your unsettling presence to subtly demoralize others. When you do, demoralize loses the auditory trait, gains the visual trait. What does that mean? Oh, I don't really know what demoralize means yet. I'm still looking at what you can do is actions. I know it's an action. Okay. And everyone's picked. If you got it, everyone's picked an ancestry talent, right?
Feet, yeah.
Feet. Sorry, I've got mixes. I got it all mixed up. Okay. So Izzy, what was your ancestry feat that you went for?
I went for Kitsune lore.
You sell at navigating society of keeping secrets. You gain the additional proficiency rank in diplomacy and deception. If you'd automatically become trained in one of these skills from your background or class, for example, you instead become trained in a skill of your choice. You also become trained in Kitsu lore. Kitsune. Okay. Alright, cool. Okay, where's my little window gone? Oh, I keep losing everything. I've got so many windows open. Maverick, what did you go for?
For my ancestry feat, I went with Elven lore.
Alright, cool.
It means I've studied traditional Elven law, arts, learning about arcane magic in the world around me. I gained the trained proficiency rank in Arcana and Nature. Or if I would automatically become trained in one of those skills, I instead become trained in a skill of my choice. And I also gain the additional lore general feat for elf lore. So I just have a ton of skills exploding out of my brain.
Cool. Stevie?
Well, I was thinking tail whip, but I'm still somewhat deciding on it. Possibly bone magic.
The fuck is bone magic then?
Connection to the Iruxi ancestors manifests as a simple primal spell that you can cast using a fragment of the ancestor's bone. Choose one cantrip from the primal spell list, and you can cast this cantrip as a primal initiate spell at will, and its heightened spell to the level equal to half your level rounded up. But the tail whip is just, being able to use my tail as a weapon.
Okay.
But I haven't decided which yet.
Okay. Sue?
I've gone for Orc Ferocity. So if I get knocked down to 0 hit points, I don't and get knocked down to 1 hit point instead.
And that's a reaction as well, isn't it, I believe?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Okay. And last but not least, T.
Wow. I was very conflicted. I was going for unconventional weaponry at first, then I thought Orc Ferocity would be really cool. But then I was like, Orc Sight. I wanted to ask you about that because I believe I do have dark vision even as a Druma, I think. I just wanted to clarify that.
I believe so. I don't know that. I'll check it.
Does it show up on your level 1 section?
Can you spell it for me?
She's got
Druma.
She's got
Bromaal.
You got low light vision.
Is that's different from humans though, isn't it?
Yes, humans don't have low light. Humans don't have low light vision. Humans don't have. They're blind basically in dark.
Yeah. So I wasn't sure if that would be necessary at all, but I was looking. Oh, where is it gone? It might have been Orc weapon familiarity, and also the human version, which is unconventional weaponry, or ferocity. I wasn't too sure which.
What one sings to you the most?
Me do good skills, do good damage.
All right.
I'm not sure how to make it work with Storm Druid. So I would have gone with like something like sky related, like astrology, but that's obviously uncommon, and I didn't look into it too much. And because we're not going to be around the sky, it seemed pointless.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, you'll be underground. Yeah.
Yeah, or I could go for monstrous peacemaker. Wasn't sure how much use circumstance would be. It says I get +1 circumstance bonus to diplomacy. I'm not sure how many of my characters are going to be more diplomatic and which ones need to be more combat.
Okay.
If you want to be diplomatic, I would recommend making sure you know multiple languages, just in case you have to diplomatize to somebody who does not speak common.
Yeah,
And I think that's
trying to
based
find
on
it
your.
right now.
I think that's, and I think multiple languages is based on your intelligence, right?
Yes, having higher intelligence helps.
I mean, I got +4 wisdom. That's got to count for something, right?
No, because wisdom is
Right.
wisdom is a different part of your brain.
No, it's not. Might be. So, what would you recommend?
I mean, I'm going to hand this over to the other players, because I don't know.
I'm too new. Tell me what to do.
I'm new as new to Pathfinder as you as well.
I have myself trained in diplomacy because I had a ton of leftover skills to pick, but I'm not skilled enough to be the main diplomacy face.
I have
So
+6 in diplomacy.
Oh,
okay,
we got our diplomat.
so I'm only a diplomat if Izzy is unconscious or something, or just can't speak to the enemy. So what was the other option? I've already forgotten.
Sorry,
sorry.
yeah, sorry, it was quite a few. It was either oh, where's it gone now? Unconventional weaponry, which is the human trait, or it's the orc weapon familiarity.
I mean, if you really want to go down the path of being skilled with orc weapons, it really depends on your flavor. Which do you want to be more specialized in? Do you intend to find one and stick with it? Or what do you want to go with here?
I think what I would like to do, since I want to be a storm druid, big on the whole, elemental magic stuff, but also wanting to have a strong weapon that I kind of consistently keep, or like somehow power up, because I'm not too sure how it works with weaponry and enchanting them or making them more magical.
You apply runes to them typically. Some people can cast spells on them. That typically comes at higher levels, but will mostly be relying on weapon runes, which is requires a magical crafter to transfer them over.
It depends.
But between,
go
ahead.
If you plan on wild shaping a lot, then it doesn't really matter what weapons you have.
That's a good point.
I am inclined to agree with Sue. If you're going to wild shape a lot, or if you're going to be casting a lot, both of which are common things for druids, your weapon isn't really your go-to shtick. It's kind of what happens if our frontliners fail and let things get too close to you.
So I was going to, for flavor-wise, limit my wild shape to more like situations of we need a small animal to do this, or we need a big animal to do that. I was going to focus more on the elemental side with storms and such on. That's just where the flavor was taking me. I just wanted a weapon I could hit hard with, if I'm honest.
That would
I might-
probably be the orc weapons, but I don't know enough of the difference to be honest. I tend to be somebody who shies away from the front line because I like to live, and let the lessers die for me.
Well, I found out playing RPG games, I like to be helpful by doing damage, but I'm also very chatty, can't shut me up. So
Well, I can promise as a druid, you will not need your weapon to be your primary damage dealer. Like was mentioned, even though you're going to use your wild shaping for utility, you can still do it for combat. And even if you don't, you do have powerful spells available to you.
okay, what would you recommend I go for instead then? Because I think I've gone in the wrong direction here.
Well, I'm going to clarify. There's no wrong direction.
Mm.
Because it's all about the flavor of how you want to build it. That said, goodness, I haven't played a druid in Pathfinder. I would probably get a feat that focuses on either wild shaping or I don't know if you can get it yet. There's one that lets you pick more cantrips, but I think that's at a higher level. I've forgotten the name of it.
Yeah, I haven't yet found that. There is a cooperative nature one, but that's a human one, which is just a +4 to circumstance bonus with checks on aid. It didn't seem relevant, so I don't know. I'll have to go for beast trainer.
That is actually really useful if you intend to use the aid skill often. So what aid allows you to do is, let's say Stevie
Oh, sorry,
is
sorry, my headphones came out. What were you saying?
I was saying, so what the aid skill allows you to do, let's say Stevie is trying to break a door open and you want to help Stevie out with that. You can offer to take an aid action as long as Stevie is willing. You roll an appropriate skill as determined by James, and they've defined the DC as 15. So +4 to that is incredible. And based off of your result, you can either help Stevie as much as by giving her a +2 to her roll, or hinder her by giving her a -1 if you critically fail, which is why she has to be willing.
That sounds really fun. I think I'll go for cooperative nature.
All right.
Thank you.
Right. So what's the next step?
Sort of.
Spells, right? We need to do. Yeah, spells need to be picked, right, for things and equipment. And Stevie needs to pick a deity, right?
No, I picked one.
Have you?
Lady Jinxie.
Who?
Lady Jinxie. I looked up Pathfinder nature-based deities. She is a goddess of nature who is neutral good and instructs her followers to create masterworks of poetry, which I have now started putting the backstory around.
Okay. And what domains does she fall under?
Domains are moon, nature, sun, or creation, glyph, knowledge, and repose.
She's not in the
But
core.
I was going for the moon, nature, sun on the alternate version.
Yeah, she's not in the core player book.
Oh, I googled her. Here, I'll send.
Oh, she's Tengu.
Mm-hmm.
What cleric spells does she give you access to?
Where are you?
Cleric spells?
If you'd rather I choose a different one, I can choose a different one.
I mean, there must be one in the core rulebook.
I don't know what's in the core rulebook.
I I thought I shared it.
You probably
You did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
What question are you asking about Lady Jinxie right now?
I
Her
don't know.
spells?
I don't know anything about her because she's not in the book, the rule book. What book is she from? Tin Exa World Guide. What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
then?
she's from a different continent. That doesn't mean she can't be worshipped here. Almost nobody in the campaign would know who that is, but that doesn't really matter. That's like saying talking to somebody who worships a god you've never heard of. Just doesn't register for some people.
Okay. Might have to think. I mean, I don't know, because I mean the gods that are in the rule book are what? I think it was page 52. No, it's not. Oh, for fuck's sake!
35. I'm looking through it at the moment.
I mean, the wiki seems pretty descriptive about her in comparison to how other gods are described.
The thing is,
Mhm.
the thing is, I imagine she's a super
It's
rare.
alright, because if not, I'll go by Desna and it's almost exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying I imagine she's super rare, especially on this. If she's from a completely different continent, I imagine the goddess, whatever her name was, Lady, would be
Jinxie.
super rare on.
I'll just say poetry and art instead, because that's the only difference.
35. Who are you going
I
for?
like Lady Jinxie. She fits Stevie.
I like her too, but I don't want to ruin things for James.
You won't ruin anything. I just don't know anything. Yeah, yeah. Be whoever you want. I don't want to.
Are you sure?
No, yeah, I don't want to ruin other people's fun. But you're gonna have to tell me stuff about her.
It'll be fun to learn about her. She looks interesting.
She's a tengu. Is that a bit like a pengu? But oh, it is a bird. She's a bird creature. Ravens. Wow, weird.
Oh yeah, I hate that race, but only because I've been murdered by them before, violently.
I look forward to.
Not in Pathfinder, in D&D. They have a equivalent race in D&D.
Yeah, because there's like devotee benefits, and it doesn't tell me any devotee benefits.
I just sent.
That's likely because she may be pre retcon, or not retcon, remaster.
Hmm.
What did you send me? Is this on Hang on, if I just go to, if I go here, no, not Path Builder. If I go to Archives of whatever it's called,
Nethys, who is another deity that's fun to follow.
I just sent a link to the other archives that I was using.
okay, why is this not loading now? Okay, divine intelligence or wisdom is your divine ability. Divine font is heal. Divine
Mhm.
skill is performance.
Hmm.
Favoured weapon is a fighting fan.
Yep, I've already added that and equipped one.
Domains is creation, glimpse, knowledge, and repose.
Oh, creation.
Cleric spells first is sleep.
So fighting fans are uncommon. You might want to ask James if
Oh,
he cares.
James, can I have a fighting fan, please? If not, I'll...
Also, you don't get it for free, just so you know. You do have to
No,
buy
I
it.
know it costs 11 silver pieces, which I did already spend, but I'll just put them back onto the character. Because they've got a starting of 15. I mean, it's a pretty weak weapon.
Yeah, okay. What's your character's intelligence, Stevie?
0. Well, +0, but I was running off of wisdom.
Okay. And she is... Sorry. I'm really sorry, everyone. I'm just...
It's my fault. I put a thing in the wheel.
Jesus. You went for creation.
Hmm.
Okay.
I don't know where that is. Oh, the domain is creation. Right.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, just pay for it. If they're from... If it's from... No, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, where the fuck is that? Sorry, bear with me. Where is Titan Oxai or Zai? Where's that in relation to?
It's Chonsha.
It's not going to be on the continent. It's, like I said, literally a different continent.
What language do they use there?
If you're from there, goodness, common is a different language for them, but I can't remember off the top of my head. They don't speak Taldane as a common language like we do in our region.
Unusual.
Because in my opinion, the only way you would possibly learn of this god if you understand their language?
Well, what I could say is the clan that I'm from was from there and migrated.
Yeah, but you would still know. You would still then that would be your natural tongue. Does that make any
Okay.
sense?
Well, instead of the lizard folk language as my secondary language, I could replace.
The lizard folk language would be your racial language.
Yeah, this would replace common for you, which is Taldane.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
That would mean you could speak to literally almost nobody in the campaign, other than me, because we share your racial language.
Am I able to learn common as we go?
You could pick it up as an extra language if you have additional languages.
Intelligence is
Not high enough. 1 second.
+0.
Yeah, I'm gonna recommend that you take James's original recommendation and pick a different deity if he's gonna tie this to your language, because that would be
Well-
problematic.
I was just going to change my dexterity boost to an intelligence boost or something. Oh no, that's still +0.
Kyansha doesn't list a natural language. This is aggravating. Oh, time for Google.
Sorry, I'm just trying to make it make sense because if it's a different continent and a different thing, they would definitely have different languages, as we've established. Because I'm not trying. I am being awkward, but I'm not trying to be awkward. I'm trying to make it make sense in the in the narrative form.
Well, my thought was that, the common here is different, and maybe my lizard folk language derived from the original language when they came over, but I don't really know.
Well, lizard folk would be
Like-
lizard folk would be a common tongue for lizard folk, so you could speak to lizard folk.
And your common language would be Tien, Tien.
Mhm. Let me just remember where the fuck.
So you would not speak Taldane.
Tien.
Yes.
Which means you wouldn't be able to communicate with anyone in the campaign unless you
Hmm.
met a lizard folk.
All right, I'll change it. I mean, I was happy to change it straight away.
You know, I was just trying to make it make sense because if it was like life, if you had if it made sense, I would have allowed it. But you're going to hinder yourself massively if you go for it because, like I said, you'd either come from there or you'd need to have learnt the language realistically to communicate well with them. That's all I'm trying to say.
Charisma or dexterity?
Right. Spells. Who have I got to do spells with? Does the druid get spells from the start?
Druid gets access to their entire spell list. They just pick which ones they prepare.
I
Oh,
was
okay.
going through that, but I'm still very conflicted on spells.
Divine font, healing.
Who else?
For me, but I'm just populating my spell book.
Okay. And then cleric. And cleric has to...
They also get access to their entire spell list and choose every morning what they're going to prepare.
Got it.
with some restrictions.
All right, and with cleric font, you get to. Sorry, Stevie, I'm clicking on it. You get to do heal 3 times a day, right? Is that correct? In what I'm remembering?
It should be 4 now.
Oh yeah, 4 times
It used
a day.
to be. It used to be based off of your charisma modifier, but now they said that that was too cumbersome, so it's just a flat 4.
All right. Okay. Right, gear. Let me go over to T and have a look at you. Spells. Oh shit. how do you-
Yeah, I can get quite a few. I don't know if these are good or not. I
Do
couldn't
you
find
have-
anything for I know it's different from D&D with Pathfinder. But I couldn't find Speak of Animals. Also, just get that as a druid.
I think they renamed that.
Otherwise, I was looking at more like typical spells for a storm druid, like electric arc, frostbite, deep breath, detect magic, guidance. That's all my cantrips. Maybe animal eyes, maybe gust of wind for my 2 rank 1 spells.
Speak with animals is 2nd level, so we can't start.
Oh, that'd be why. Yeah.
Yeah, you
That
also
makes
have
sense.
you also got voice of nature as well, animal empathy. You have a connection to creatures of nature, natural world that allows you to communicate with them on a rudimentary
Oh.
level.
Oh, so if I've got that as a feat, then I don't need to pick it as a spell.
I think you get it as a. I think you get. Yeah, you've got it. You've chosen it as a. Yeah, I think it's your class feat you've picked. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to change that out then. I am thinking like with my spells to maybe go for more electrical, water, wind based for now. Just keep it simple. As a storm druid.
Okay.
But I don't know if those look good to you. I'm keen to keep them. If they don't, we can talk about it later. If I need to have guidance or detect magic, for example, I just felt like they'd be useful.
I don't know what I'm looking at. Have you selected your spells?
Hmm?
Have you selected
Sorry?
your spells?
Yeah, I've gone through them, but I don't know if they're good to have or not. Because most of these spells I've never seen before or used. So, like, I have, a vague sense of what they do from reading them.
Okay. Where do we find your spells? 331. No, 311.
I was only looking at Primal at the moment. I don't know if I can get, like, Arcane, Divine, and Nicole. I don't know if I should go into those or not. I was just looking at Primal so far.
What does it tell you have access to?
Well, it's letting me go on all of them. So I think as a druid, let's go into all the different types of spells. The only ones I wouldn't go for are like the rare or the uncommon ones, I guess. But it gives me the option of all 4 categories.
And cast spells of the primal tradition using the caster spell. Yeah, you only got access to primal traditions anyway.
Oh, that's easier then. I would just look at Primal.
I mean, there might be
I think these are all
feats
primal.
later on that you might be able to gain access to other domains, but right now you're only looking at primal.
That's valid.
And what?
If these look good, then I'll go with these then.
And you get access to all of them, yes?
When I was clicking on it to look through spells, it gave me access to Arcane, Divine, Occult, and Primal.
I know. Yeah.
I can scroll through and select them. So
yeah, primal is the one you want to do. Oh,
these are all.
Does Storm give you access to something else?
Sorry.
Does being a member of the Storm?
I think that is primal, isn't it? That being Storm.
Stormborn. Order spells, Tempest Surge. Whether you're born under a tempest or survived a bolt of lightning from a clear blue sky, you now carry the fury of the storm in your heart. Order skill is acrobatic. Druid feat is Stormborn, which you've got.
Yes, I forgot to ask you about the free feats. It looks like I just get those automatically.
Yep.
Like I don't have to select them; they're just there.
Order spell is Tempest Surge, which is page 382. And your anathema, whatever that is, however you pronounce that. There's probably a way you pronounce it.
Anathema.
Yeah. Pollute the air. Allow those who cause major air pollution or climate shift to go unpunished. This doesn't force you to take action against merely potential environmental harm or to sacrifice yourself against an obvious superior foe. Okay.
So I think that I get punished by doing any of the anathemas.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, doing anything that's anathema to your deity is not only bad, it could theoretically be justification for James saying your deity takes away your power to cast spells.
Voice of nature you just gain anyway, I believe. You just pick whether it's animal or plant empathy.
I think so, when I choose animal.
And then World Song, the World Song, a secret language known only within the Druid Order, in addition to any languages you know through your ancestry.
Right, I want to ask you about that as well. Where is that gone? On details, I think. So I think I know common, druidic, sorry. Orcish or Fey? I don't know about those, if I'd be allowed those. I don't know how many I'm allowed to choose.
So
it's based off of your race and your intelligence modifier, typically. And it'll tell you how many you're supposed to have. But it doesn't, Path Builder does not prevent you from putting too many in.
Oh, so like one bonus language.
All right. And it should tell you the two you start with. It should say common and whatever is appropriate for your race.
It says common additional language equal to +1 your intelligence modifier if possible. Choose from the list of common languages and any other languages which you have access, such as the language prevalent to your religion. So I did click 3 on that because I wasn't sure, like being, Druma or whatever it's called, sorry, half orc. Would I get Orcish or would I get common?
You get common because that is still pull this up.
And I should automatically get secret languages because it's part of my bonus. Does that make sense? Being a Druma. No, being a druid, sorry.
Yeah, where does that go, by the way? Where do you put that on your where does that go on?
Details.
On Pathbeat. Oh, details, okay.
Details languages.
So you
I just don't know how many I'm allowed to choose. So it's common and something, or is it common and that's it?
Dromar do not get bonus languages. You just get access to orc feats. So you start with common and then however many bonus languages it tells you, which I think you said was 1.
Yeah, 1 bonus language, but I do also have as a druid.
So as a druid,
is that my only one I can select then? Or
well, no, you don't. No, because it says no. Because it does. When I've literally I read it out. When I read it out, it just says you just go. It's just an additional free. It's additional free language that you get.
Oh, free language. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was getting confused with. If that was the one I had to choose, or if it wasn't there, it wouldn't let me select it, sort of thing. But it sounds like I can be common, druidic, and something else. So I guess going orcish would make sense.
And your druidic language is
Or-
called Wild Song.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
just
right on.
I'm looking up languages because like maybe it's not even Orcish because if you didn't grow up within it,
That's
Mine-
true. I mean, I wanted to be wildborn, so basically a swapped baby. So it doesn't have to be Orcish. It could be
is the
like
Fey
anything else, I guess,
Fey
but
realms something in fucking Dungeons and not Dungeons in
the
Pathfinder?
Fae can be. Like definitely
The
in
Fae
D&D. I
language.
don't know about Pathfinder.
Yeah, there's
Pretty
a-
sure it is because it plays a role in Pathfinder
Guys.
Kingmaker.
What was Sue? What was you going to say, Sue?
There is a Fey language if you wanted something thematic.
Yeah,
I think that is not common. The languages you do start with are going to be common and Wild Song.
Yeah,
And then
then I
plus
get a
one.
+1. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's just trying to figure out if it's Fae or whatever one I would have.
I'm going to say, well, because
Because it does say, because it says for Orcish, half orcs and orcs. But it only give me one other one, so I guess I could either be Orcish or common. But no, it says I start with common though, so I don't know.
Everyone gets common, that's just a default.
Oh.
You get bonus on top of that.
I mean, if you want to simplify it, you could just say I was dropped off by a Fae to somewhere else, so I could essentially have learned Orcish, but it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. Just having Fae would be cool, but I don't know how many languages I am allowed. So it seems like I'm only allowed three.
you're only going to well because you said you start with one bonus language.
Yeah.
Is it called Xae? XAE?
No,
Is that
it's just
Fae?
FEY. Fae.
Yeah, but it might be called something else in Pathfinder. Is it called something else in Pathfinder?
This is literally what I'm saying in Pathfinder.
Yeah, there is a Fey language in common languages. It's on the list.
Oh, okay, so it is a common language you said. Okay, I couldn't hear you earlier.
I wasn't looking at uncommon languages at all. If that helps. I was just looking at the ones that I would be allowed.
Yeah, so I'd say
my own classic happening.
thematically or logically to your character that you've decided, having Fey over Orcish makes way more sense.
Okay, cool. So that is sorted out my confusion. Thank you very much. So common, druidic, and Fae. Cool. Because my only confusion was because I was wildborn instead. So that means I was dropped off by the Fae into a bunch of druids, and thus became.
Well, no,
a druid.
because I think we were talking. I think what we were going with is rather than them being druids, you was dropped. They were Fae, basically. They were
Cool.
some form of fairy.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. And I chose just to be a bit simpler with it. Deity Gosra, because Gosra is the winds and the waves deity. Domain is air, cold, lightning, nature, travel, and water. Made a lot of sense. Cherish, protect, and
What's the name of it?
in all its forms. Gosra. So I'll type it for you.
Gosreh,
actually, I'll-
Gozreh.
I'll just
Okay.
link you.
All right.
To get it simpler.
Yeah, I see it in Discord
Oh,
in
fantastic.
the player's core.
Fantastic. It just seemed like the one that fit the most.
All right.
Because I couldn't see anyone else more like
Okay, you need
suitable,
to
I guess.
you need to select spells. I think.
And it was based on the spells that I was going for. Again, very like stormy.
Okay. Anyone else? Izzy, how are you doing?
Yes, I am doing well. I have everything filled out. I'm just scrolling through gear, thinking of what to take. I found weapons that I can use and see in character.
Okay.
One is a corset knife, and the other is a Fleisa. Don't know
What?
if I'm pronouncing that right.
A what?
Flysa. Flyssa.
Oh, that's a weapon, right?
Yeah,
FLY?
YSSA.
I've got no idea what that is.
It's described as. Can I see
It's
that
just a
here?
one-handed
It's a type of sword.
single-edged blade, has a guardless hilt, often decorated with elaborate etchings. A flysa is longer than most daggers, but shorter than average for most swords, making it useful in close-pitch combat. Really crack, martial, group knife, agile, finesse, versatile. Okay. I don't know if it's uncommon or common.
Other weapons I chose are common.
Okay.
And I had a question about defensive gear.
Armor.
Yeah, armor. And most of them say check penalty 1. What does that entail?
Maverick.
So with armor, if you do not meet the minimum strength requirement for it, you get a applied check penalty that applies to certain checks. I don't think it's all of them. Mostly physical checks. It can be disregarded if you meet the strength requirement for the armor.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like that armor applies a -1 penalty.
For me, at least, the light armors almost all give check penalty 1, and the heavies, which I can't wear, give check penalty 3.
Do you not meet the strength requirement for the light armors?
I don't know how to see it.
What is the bonus for your strength? Is it a
Well, you are,
+0, a +1?
It's a 0, yeah.
Okay, so that becomes problematic. What class are you playing again? I'm
A
sorry.
rogue.
This entity indicates the strength modifiers of which you are strong enough to overcome some of the armor's penalties. So if we look at armor, strength. Okay, yeah. So most light armor, padded armor and leather armor are strength +0. And studded leather and chain shirt, you need strength of +1.
So you're going to want to stick with padded and leather armor.
Mm-hmm. And
or you could go completely unarmored if you're feeling courageous.
I don't want to make it too easy for James to kill me off.
Dex cap.
But
It's got a dex cap. Dex cap means dex cap. This number is the maximum amount of your dexterity modifier that can apply to your AC while you are wearing a given suit of armor. For example, if you have a dexterity modifier of +4 and you're wearing a suit of half plate, you apply only +1 bonus from your dexterity modifier to your AC while wearing that armor. Yeah, so
perfect.
so padded armor padded armor gives padded armor is +3 dex cap, and then leather is +4. But I don't know what level you did it at. Oh my god, we need to wrap up, guys. Okay. Shall we wrap it up there? And we'll have to continue making characters like in spare time and in the background and so on and so forth.
I'm available to stick around on the call if anyone wants additional help.
I can sit around as well. Okay, so let's wrap it up there. Then next week, we should all be on the same page, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay, so thank you everyone for hanging out today. Thank you for coming for the Twitch birthday thing I did. It's not my birthday, it's just 7 years since I got affiliated, which is weird. I thought it was longer. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and we will see you next week when we actually start.
Yay!
And thank you, Stevie,
Getting to the game.
And thank you, Stevie, for being the only one that subbed me. Right.
I'm subbed to you.
So am I.
Wow. The disrespect here.
Well, literally half of us, James, but it's
I'm
okay.
not talking-
Only love
I'm not
one
talk-
of us.
I'm not
That's
talking
right.
about you lot. Anyway, I'm talking about people in chat who came in and didn't subscribe.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, we will speak to you later. Thank you all, and see you next week.
Bye.